Welcome to Dean's Den. Today's show is brought to you by ExtremeCarCleaning.com. Hi guys, it's Dean, and welcome to Dean's Den. Today's podcast is called How to Get the Most Out of Your Detailing. Now, you know what? I want to keep this positive and upbeat as possible. The best way to start with to make your detailing experience the best it can possibly be is do it as a profession if you really enjoy it. If you're passionate about detailing and you really love doing it, every minute that you're doing it, you feel like you've achieved something. You get a thrill out of the customer coming and smiling because they're so happy with the vehicle. That's when you should pursue detailing. Nothing is better than getting paid to do something you really love to do. It relieves a lot of stress. You'll actually do a better job because you really enjoy what you're doing. It affects so many aspects of your life. You're going to have a better attitude. Your family and your friends are going to notice you're a lot more upbeat. You're generally more happy. And I want you guys to embrace detailing if you really love it. Embrace it and enjoy every aspect of it. If you're starting off and you're passionate, that is a fantastic start. The other things that you need to cover to keep that level of euphoria is you need to know how to run it as a business if that's what you want to do. And I don't want to scare you guys. There's a lot of things that I learned along the way, and I'm still learning. I mean, I've been at this 32 years, all right? I don't want to scare anybody away from detailing. It's fantastic. If you really love doing it, it's fantastic. What you want to do is you want to learn how to manage your money and how to run a business. These are two very different things. Anybody can run a business. Anybody can manage their money. But not everybody can do both. And you need to be able to do both. Because if you run a successful business that's making all kinds of money and you have nothing to show for it, then it's not really successful. If you manage your money but you never have any money to build or grow your business, then guess what? You're still not successful. You need to do both things. It's kind of a balancing act. Don't let your personal life get in the way of the business, and don't let your business get in the way of your personal life. There's another balancing act. I have a family. I have 3 kids, and I'm married. Guess what? I have to balance my life so that I don't screw up everything. I have to run a business. I have to dedicate a certain amount of time to that business. I have to dedicate a certain amount of time to having a life. So you have to find that balance. The best way to find that balance is run the business efficiently. Make money at it. All right, how do I make money at it? It's not that difficult. Learn from people that are successful running a detailing business. For starters, you can go to ExtremeCarCleaning.com. Now, what you're going to find there is you're going to find my YouTube link. My YouTube link has all kinds of advice there in Dean's Den, and most of it is business related about actually running a detailing business. I've learned from many different people, and I can't credit them all, and I apologize for that because I've learned from a lot of people. I even learned before I got into detailing from some wonderful people in my life that had their own business, and I worked for them. That had nothing to do with detailing. So for me to sit here and name them, there's probably close to 100 or so people that have influenced the way I run my business. If you've never worked for somebody that you really respected the way they ran their business, at least this is a starting point. You can go to Dean's Den, you can learn some steps from me. And don't just go there. Go to the detailing groups, ask questions in there, and learn in there also. And as a bonus, if you're already on my YouTube channel, go to the featured channels and check out the icons that I learned from. These guys are fantastic. These guys have been doing it a long time. They have a lot of influence. They have a lot of connections. They've learned from other people as well. They're from all different walks of life in all different areas. I have friends out there that are from California. I have some that are from Florida. Some from the mid-states, some from Canada, from all over the place. So most importantly, learn as much as you possibly can about detailing. It makes things so much easier. There's so much information out there. There's no reason to work like a dog. Don't work harder, work smarter. Learn as much as you can. There's fantastic tools out there. There's the tornado gun. If you learn how to use that properly, it can save you a ton of time. Some people hate that gun, but they don't know how to use it. They don't use it in the proper way. I mean, I use it and I make money with it. I also have a steamer. A steamer can cause you a lot of grief too if you don't know how to properly use it. Not only can you burn yourself, you can damage interiors. You need to learn how to use all this equipment. But I'm telling you, if you learn properly how to use the equipment is going to make your life a lot easier. There's other aspects of it. There's a physical aspect. There's proper ways to wash a car. And you're saying, okay, everybody knows how to wash a car. Well, guess what? Do you know how to wash it from an ergonomic point of view? Do you know how to wash the car without hurting yourself? And you're saying, well, come on, like it's not like it's up on a hoist, it's going to fall on me. No, it's not. But you know what? Something simple like bending your knees when you're washing a vehicle makes a world of difference. I've been doing this 32 years. I have 4 herniated discs. Doing things repetitively day in and day out, if you learn the easiest way to do it on your body, that's going to extend how long you can do this for. Why hurt yourself for no reason? You're getting paid the same money, whether you're hurting yourself or you're doing it comfortably, so you might as well learn how to do it. When I vacuum inside a car, I actually crouch down beside the car and reach in and vacuum. I don't bend over and vacuum. I don't do it because my back can't handle it. But if I had started off doing that when I was 20 years old, I would have saved myself a lot of grief further down the road. There's a million things you can learn about detailing. It's not all about how to clean the car, what chemical to use. It's also about physically how to do it. Even polishing. Polishing is hard on the wrists. It's hard on the shoulders. It's hard on the back. If you're polishing a car improperly, not only do you run a risk of damaging the paint, but you're putting physical strain on yourself for no reason. So that's why it's important that you learn how to do things properly and make your life a lot easier. Honestly, I really want you guys to enjoy detailing to its fullest. Make a lot of money. Enjoy yourself and continue to keep doing it if that's what you like to do. As far as the money part goes, I can even help you with that. If you see what professionals in your area are charging, and the dealerships are a good starting point as far as marketing goes. The dealership is charging, say, $300 to do a car. Don't do the car for $150. What you need to do, you need to look at what they're charging and charge about 75% of that, or more, depending on your skill level. I mean, if you're starting off and let's say you're charging $225 to do a detail, when you're starting out, I mean, that's really good money. I mean, and this is when you're doing it for customers. You're not doing it for mom and dad. You're not doing it for your friends and family. This is when you're doing it for real customers. If you want them to respect the skill level you have, you need to have everything in place. You need to do all these things to get yourself to that point. It's the same as doing an apprenticeship. You do an apprenticeship, it's usually about 5 years, depending on what you're doing, all right? You want to do that too. You're working on your friends and family's cars for a while. Get yourself some proper training. Get yourself some proper training and get yourself into that window where you can actually make that money. Because when you transition from a weekend hobby of washing mom and dad's car or Uncle Frank's car or, Joe, the next door neighbor, whatever, you go from that point to the point where you're doing it professionally. You need to have the money coming in because you're going to have to buy equipment. You're going to have to, if you're mobile, you're going to have to buy a vehicle that can actually do the job and get you from point A to point B and bring you out there and haul all your equipment. You're going to have to do that. If you have a shop, you're going to need to pay your rent every month. You're going to need to pay your hydro bill. You're going to have enough money coming in to sustain the business and grow it. As your skill level improves, so does your cost to the customer. And they understand that because every year inflation goes up 4%. Now, if you're not raising your prices at least that much every year, guess what? You're making less and less money every year, and eventually the business is going to be finished. It's going to not be able to sustain itself. You owe that to your family as well as your customers. Your customers want you around. The customers are coming to you because they love the service. If they respect you enough and they respect your skills, they will pay for the service. So, like I said, that's a good place to start. Start when you're doing it professionally and charging people outside of your family and your friends, and you're doing it as a real business. You need to charge real money, because if you don't, you can't stay in business very long. It's not going to work. Myself and all the icons I followed to get to my point, we've all gone through this. So what I'm trying to do is save you guys a lot of grief. I want everybody out there to be successful. I want you guys to all make money. And as far as worrying about the competition goes, don't worry about the competition yet. The only competition you have is the person you see in the mirror every morning when you get up. That's it. You can take this as far as you want to go. It doesn't matter what the guy down the street is doing. It really does not. It's about yourself, your skill level, and your dedication to that business and your customers. The more you learn, the more training you get, the better you get. And when you get to that point, customers are going to gravitate towards you for that level of service. And it does work. There's 400,000 people in my area. Out of that 400,000, probably 400 are my personal customers that come here all the time. I have other customers that come here the odd time. Oh, I'm flipping my car, whatever. But I have a good base. Now, 400 people that come here all the time to either get the car washed or have me maintain their coating or have me do their interior twice a year. That's my base, not 400,000. So like I said, why concern yourself with what other detailers are doing in your area? There is no competition. We're all in this together. If every detailer in your area is doing a fantastic job, then guess what? They're all going to be charging a fantastic price. If not, they're not going to stay in business. If they're all charging a fantastic price and they raise the customer's expectations of what a detail really is, then guess what? If you're at that same level, you're going to get the same money. They've done all the work for you. So like I said, don't worry about it. Worry about yourself. In my area alone, like I said, there's 400,000 people, there's 30 detailers, and there's 5 or less of us that actually have a 4-star rating or higher in this area. That's it. 5 of us working at the level that I'm working at, all right? Now, I'm coming to you telling you this straight up. I have achieved the Consumer Choice Award in Canada. I'm rated in the top 10 for 2020, and I run my business out of my house. I don't have a 7-bay shop. I have a 2-car garage at my residence, okay, where I spent, to put it in perspective, I spent $50,000 to renovate my garage with equipment. I upgraded the physical building itself. I've got mold-resistant paint on the walls. I've installed extra lighting. I've installed extra electrical in there. I've got circuits everywhere. I've got plumbing in there. I've got a floor drain. I've got everything I need to run it as a proper detailing business. It wasn't cheap, but that's what I did. Now, I wouldn't have had that money if I wasn't charging enough to do that. So now that I've done those upgrades and I've put in insulated doors, I put in a heating and cooling system, so I can do ceramic coating either in the wintertime or I can do it in the summer when it does get hot. Thankfully, in the last couple of years, it's only got up to about 95 degrees. But still, in this area with the humidity and that, it's too hot to try and put a ceramic coating on a car because it actually flashes too quick. So if I put it in a controlled environment and I keep my garage at 70 degrees, I can do that coating in the middle of the winter when it's 20 below outside, or I can do it in that garage when it's 95 degrees outside. It doesn't matter. These are all things you have to think about. That's why I said, why not make things as easy as you possibly can for yourself? Learn as much as you possibly can and enjoy what you're doing to the very fullest. Try and prevent a lot of these obstacles from coming up. Like, we're all going to have obstacles in detailing. Not everybody's going to have a great day detailing every single day, but you can eliminate a lot of this by learning from others. And we've all been down that road. We've all had equipment break on us. We've all had product dump or whatever. I mean, we've all gone through all this stuff. So the more you learn from our mistakes, and the more you learn from the experiences we've had, the easier it is for you, because then you can alleviate a lot of these problems and just enjoy the pure fun of detailing. You know, have a blast with it. I mean, like I said, it's a lot of fun. How many people get to do what they want for a living and get paid for it? Not that many. I want to see you guys smiling every day, and I want to see you guys make a lot of money. I want to see you guys do wonderful things for your family. I want to see you guys get the respect that you deserve, because you know what? It's taken years for detailing to get to the point where we actually got respect for it. Because I'll tell you right now, 7 years ago, it was still the same old song and dance in this area, because people had no idea the level of skill that was required to do what we do now. With the equipment that we have, I mean, we can do phenomenal things. We can take a car that's never been touched in 10 years and almost make it look like it just rolled out of the showroom. That takes a lot of skill. You don't learn that overnight. That's a lot of training. That's a lot of research. And yes, it is research. I mean, you need to charge your customers for that time. If you can't find the answers on your own, you can always go to my group, which is a Detailers Guild group, and you can join that group. We have people in there that are veteran icons in YouTube that have been detailing for a long time. These people are known all over the place. They have thousands of subscribers. I mean, these people know what they're doing. So if you don't find the answers there and you're having trouble with any aspect of detailing, you can always personally reach out to me. I'm always here and I will respond. And the reason is because a lot of people helped me get to this point through sharing information through videos. Personally have helped me. A lot of people have sent me customers. A lot of people have referred me to their friends and family. I have clientele from all over the place. That's one of the things I'm trying to get out to you guys. If you're a high enough skill level, you're going to attract customers from all over the place. You don't need to worry about, oh, I only have so many people in my area. Well, guess what? If I have customers driving 4 hours to come to my shop, I know better than anybody else that's out there. Okay, I'm being honest with you. Everybody can do what I am able to do. Everybody can. All you need to do is put in the work. You put in the work and you can do exactly what I'm doing. And I've interviewed some people, okay, on my podcast, and these are guys that at the time were starting out, transitioning from part-time into full-time, and hadn't gotten where they wanted to be. And now these guys, the people I turn to for answers. So like I said, there's no excuses. If you really want to be a fantastic detailer, everything is there for you. It's a lot easier than it was for myself and the other veterans that started doing this 30 years ago and had limited product, limited equipment, and limited access to other people where we get information from. So if you want to do this, do yourself a favor. Access the information. Reach out to the people that know and enjoy this to the fullest. All right? Thank you very much for listening. I know this has been a long podcast, but I wanted to cover a lot of things and I really want you guys to and enjoy yourselves, okay? So until next time, this is Dean signing off from Dean's Den. And like I said, always check out extremecarcleaning.com. There's lots of fantastic stuff on our YouTube channel on there. Our Facebook link is on there. And any information you find in there on my Facebook page or my website, you're more than welcome to use that as inspiration. Don't copy it. But take it and use it as your own. If you find something in there that inspires you, my descriptions of my packages or anything that I've done, my podcast, anything like that, if you find something that inspires you, by all means, use it and enjoy it, okay? Thanks again, guys. You guys are fantastic, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye. Today's show is brought to you by extremecarcleaning.com.